possible love.
Hey, shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Let her talk.
Hey, BHDC Fam. Just here to remind you to like, follow, and subscribe to us on YouTube, Big Hair Don't Care Podcast.
Chris,
Go, Chris,
right under there,
Chris,
man.
go. Do what you just
Wait. What am I doing in here?
Oh, we got a job for you. Leave us alone, Berg. Hey, wait, who's there? What?
Got big hair, don't care. I'm standing up in this spotlight. This is my life and I love it. And there's no part that I won't share. I'm feeling myself. Well, independently depend on myself. You get the better me, a bitch ahead of me. I'm chopping it off, have it sit on the shelf. Ooh, I'm sorry, I'm not
Slay.
sorry.
Welcome back, BHDC Fam, to episode number 11. Hey! Boy, do we have a special guest for you today in the building.
I'm always here.
Comedian and actor Chris Mosley. Chris Mosley. Hey, hold the shirt. My boy's got those stomach shades on. I love it.
You know what? That was a great intro, but I feel like I need Jeff to do my intro this time. Just
all
to
right.
humble him a little
Okay,
bit.
let's do it.
I feel like Jeff needs to do it. Yours was good, but I need him to apologize to me for all the BS he's been saying to me off camera by doing my intro with love, please.
Okay, here we go. In
Thank
3,
you.
2, 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're bringing you something special today. Episode 11 of the Big Hair Don't Care podcast. It's something I myself have been waiting from the beginning of this to this point. This is the moment. I don't want to say it's the pinnacle, but it's if you could hit the apex of whatever great podcasting would be, this is the moment. And it's not because of what we do here at Big Hair Don't Care podcast. Don't get me wrong, we put in the work, but it's because of who we have here today. You've probably heard his name. You've probably seen his face. It's hard for me to put the words together sometimes for this moment, but if you take a look right here to my left, it's the one, the only, I get sweat just thinking about it, Chris Mosley.
Hey! All right.
I forgive you for all the racist shit you said to me off camera. All the racist shit you said to me off camera is clean slate.
Oh, good. I got a fresh start.
Yeah, no, not okay. You get a first start. You don't get the N-word pass, but you get the clip. Yeah.
Now, you and Jeff go back quite a ways, yeah? You've known Jeff
I
for a
wouldn't say
while?
quite a ways. I just say a ways.
Well, I say you're significantly younger than he is. So,
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
Can't go back too far, otherwise I'm in middle school.
Exactly.
Outside of that, nah, Jeff is actually a good friend. That's why I rig on him so much. He's like, there's people that say, oh, he's a friend, and they fake a friendship for Hollywood and shit like that, stuff like that, or what, like. But this is like really a friend of mine. He's met my children, right? He's been to my home. He bought me a pair of boots. That's another story. All right, we'll go into that maybe later. But yeah, he gave me a pair of boots.
Gave you toenail clippers at one time?
Toenail clippers. I didn't use them because you used them. I wasn't trying to cross-contaminate toe germs.
Oh, yeah, don't.
I really take care of my feet. But,
Well, I hope I'm on the list, too, because I gave you coconut oil today.
No, yes. You are the reason that I feel so, like moisturized right now.
Good.
You are listening. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, right. Looking good. Yes, and I got to draw attention to that hair. You have some of the most phenomenal hair I've ever seen. Like, no joke. I am just digging it. I mean,
I love your hair. The fact that we both have hair like this, and the name of the podcast is the Big Hair Don't Care podcast. It only begs for me to ask, why the hell is he on the show?
because I haven't met you yet.
Okay, that's what I was saying.
Okay.
I figured it's desperation. Like maybe he hadn't heard of me yet. I haven't worked hard enough, is what we're
Exactly.
saying.
Right. But now I know. It's because I tried to do his hair like yours for this, and it was just...
Is that what that is?
It
No, the
did
truth
not
is,
work.
tell him the truth. The truth is, we've been talking about this for a while, so I'm the closest to the black community she's ever really been. And I've always been that weird mediator in between for the white people of Arizona. And I'm like, so now I finally can step away that Chris has returned, and he's going to take over. He's going to be the
I
next
can bring her way closer to the black community than the 80 miles you had her at.
Right.
Hey, look, I did what I can. This as far as I could go. You got to take over now, man.
Okay, enough fooling around. Okay. Because I want people.
I
I want people to know, that are watching, about Chris Mosley. So I introduced you as comedian and actor.
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you been doing comedy for?
My 9-year anniversary just passed doing stand-up.
Oh wow.
And it's funny, like, hearing people's reaction to that. Because in my head, I hang around people that's been doing it for 35 years.
Mm-hmm.
So in my head, it's like, this
9 is nothing right
and I've been taught this, your comedic experience is your age. So I'm a 9-year-old. So it's like, and when I think about it, I act like a 9-year-old when it comes to comedy.
Right. Yeah.
Right? So it's like, dang, like I'm just a kid as opposed to someone that's 35.
Yeah.
So, but I do appreciate the love I get when people say that. But I've been doing stand-up comedy for 9 years, but I got started doing YouTube sketches and like the online comedy. I've been doing that for 12, 13 years.
Okay.
I was gonna say, because you had when I met you, you were doing what seemed like the typical, trying to come up in comedy locally, things like that. But you really have a bigger track record of things you've actually done that people know you for, between sketch shows, produce shows on stage, not just YouTube, and stand-up comedy. So there's a lot more to it. I mean,
I just love. I relate. I'm an ex-football player. And when I played football, one of my old coaches, Coach Tyson, what's up, Tyson?
Hey.
I'm sorry. He said, you don't play a position, you play football. In other words, you play wherever. If you got to be one of those players that play what we need you to play. If we need you to play offense, do that. Defense, play that. So I look at comedy the same way. If I need to do sketches, I'll do that. If I need to do stand-up, I need to do that. If I need to produce a show and just host it and let other people get the shine, I can do that. After some personal talks with my friend Jeff and some other people, like 15 other folks, they figured I was spreading myself too thin. So I started to, let me just really hone in on maybe 1 to 2 things maximum. And that's when I saw my elevation. So when I just fully focused on stand-up and just doing some mass creating sketches, that's when things just started to take off for me for real. So.
Now you travel, don't you? You don't per se, you don't live here in Arizona, do you? I mean, you're traveling all the time, yeah, for comedy?
Right. So my base is here. I'm originally from St. Louis. I was born and raised in St. Louis where I got my start. Shout out St. Louis,
hey,
Castle Point, Riverview Gardens, 06. I gotta say all this, otherwise I can't go back home.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
All that type of stuff. But my base is here in Arizona, but I've been given the blueprint on how to keep busy. Basically, stay homeless, as another comedian told me. He said you can't get too comfortable being at home. Even if you feel like you're out of town, this is your home now. So stay homeless. Go somewhere else. Go somewhere. Stay there for a week. Stay here for a weekend. Crash on someone's couch in Nevada. Crash on someone's couch in Florida. And just keep building your brand everywhere until you look up and you see, okay, I got a Rolodex of fan bases in multiple time zones. And you just keep working it. It's the road comic journey is very tough. It's a lot of no's. By the time you hear me see me post, like, hey, I got a show, I done been denied 30 of them. So,
well, that's true. I was thinking about how many times I've even seen you in the last couple of years. There was a time period where you see you all the time, and then you disappeared from Phoenix. Where I'm kind of glad, but also because it can be oversaturated. So you can get too much of a good thing sometimes. People just
Yeah, nobody likes ice cream every day, 2 or 3 times a day.
I mean, sometimes. But it's sometimes nice when the ice cream leaves.
You got 3 chins, yes.
If ice cream leaves and comes back, I get more.
Exactly.
Then it's better.
There's a reason why the McRib is for a limited time only, because when they come back, it's crazy. So consider me the McRib.
When it does come back, we'll make a night of it. 4 to 5 McRibs a piece.
There you go.
I like extra pickles, extra onions. Mm-hmm. So let's say Chris Mosley is the McRib of Phoenix comedy.
There you go. Here for a limited time, but when I get here, you got to get 2 or 3 rounds of me.
Because you were gone. You came, I saw you at one of the Kid Ever shows, and that was just a quick thing. You were just working out some new material. Yeah. You disappeared again, and you've been to back home in St. Louis. You've been to Dallas.
A lot of South and Midwest, nice. Right? So Detroit, you got your Kansas City, St. Louis, Chicago, Indianapolis, Dallas, stuff like that. And the thing is, it's all a grind, right? It's an underground grind. It's a humbling grind because all these shows, I'm not even the main attraction. I'm the host, opener, I'm the feature. People came to see somebody else. It's just that it's like a nice little surprise. You ever gone to like a hotel and you know the hotel, you expect the room, you expect the bed that you asked for, the prostitutes, right? But then you get in and there's a nice little chocolate on the bed, like, oh, chocolate.
Are we talking about actual chocolate? Or?
Yeah, like a chocolate, not a chocolate person.
Oh,
Like, so I'm like that little square piece of chocolate on the bed. Like, oh, I didn't expect this, but it's here. Nice.
Those are the good ones too, the Godivas.
I'm the good one.
Chocolate.
I'm the good one. I'm not gonna lie.
You heard it here
Cheers
first.
to
Chris
that.
Mosley
Cheers.
is ice cream and good chocolate.
and the McRib. Don't forget.
Fuck, Anna McRib.
Yeah, he's
It's like a
AKA a toilet buster if you eat all three of those in one day.
Oh, stock it up.
I will have you shitting yourself.
You want to tell us any personal stories? Something
Well,
on the road?
I'm sorry. First, I
oh,
wanna
that's not
ask-
fair. It's not my podcast.
Yeah, shut up. So we were talking a little bit before we started rolling about your upbringing that you had. And I found it extremely interesting and fascinating.
Yeah.
If you feel comfortable, talking about it, that you told me you were raised in polygamy.
Yes, ma'am. So I have 3 mothers and a father. So a lot of people didn't have a dad. I had a dad, and a lot of people, they had their mom, but I had a mom and then 2 other moms. Obviously, with me being born around this certain time, my parents couldn't necessarily. Polygamy is judged to this day.
Mm-hmm.
That is.
So you can imagine me being a young person and what my parents had to kind of maneuver around. But my father, shout out to Big Chris, my dad is a very proud and protective guy. Right? He's a wild dude. I call him a black quagmire. But I'm gonna say this. Like
Blackmire.
I say this all the time. I'm probably the only son that's older than his dad right now. Like my dad thinks he's 25 right now.
Wow,
Like
okay.
he will kick it. He will talk shit with you. He's a good time. I'm not
Awesome,
gonna lie.
yeah.
But despite whatever, he's a protective dude, and he cares about who he cares about. He loves who he loves. So I got to see my dad do that between 3 people.
Mm-hmm.
Now, granted, there was hierarchy. There was, this is your mother, right? And everyone, and the other, they were my bonus mothers, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I definitely got Christmas gifts. I got, all that type of stuff. And nothing about this was odd to me, weird to me, anything like that, because
It was love all the way around.
Yeah,
Everybody,
yeah.
That's the important
I've
part.
never seen anybody argue. That's why I was so bad at arguments, because I never saw my parents argue. Now, granted, obviously they argued. They're not that I'm an adult. They just got, people get hotels and get intimate. They probably got hotels to go argue. I don't know. I just know that when it was in front of me, it was always just a bunch of love. So with that unique upbringing, there was always a part of me that I just wanted to be so much like my father. And it's like my mom, my brother. I want to be like all of them. I grew up with them. I had both sets of my grandparents, biological. So it's like I just saw so much love in marriage. In my head, I just wanted to be a husband. I don't want to be a husband of multiple women. So obviously I did the monogamy thing. Obviously. Because you don't grow up in a world of polygamy as far as like school. You go to school and you don't. It's like how do I?
People's opinions of it. Too.
Exactly,
Like,
and I was a
it's
kid
hard.
that allowed other people's opinion to affect my view of the world.
pretty
So
honest.
I didn't tell a lot of people the life that my father had. I didn't. It wasn't nothing to brag about, and there was a couple of years where I was ashamed of it. Like, dang, why would my dad live like this and nobody else lives like this that I know of? So I would chase the monogamous. I'm gonna get one girl, I'm gonna marry her, and I'm gonna love her so much that my dad's lifestyle is gonna look crazy. But then I looked at myself, and I had to be honest with myself. I have a lot of love to give.
It's a nice way to put it.
See, to a man, it's like, oh, you saying some pimp stuff. But a woman understands what I'm saying.
No, but I mean, I get. Actually, you and I have had that conversation.
He's a fucking pig and disgusting.
Listen, even
He
as an
just
old
wants
man,
20
and
women to fuck at the same time. That's the.
I've never had more than 6 to 8, at a time.
Exactly, and gonorrhea and all that.
But it's a different perspective than polygamy because that's not the same thing as just running around whoring around. You really are truly sharing with everybody's doing what you said with love, and all we bust balls and like brothers and do shit with each other. But at the end of the day, the truth is that's a very respectable outlook of how you do it because you treat everybody. I've never seen you I've never seen you angry. You could tell you were a person who was raised with there's no reason to be mad or hateful with everybody. You've always been a very loving individual.
I was raised by soft, nice people. So when I date people that are mean, I shut down because I know my rage, but it's I saved that rage for when I play football. It's I'm not gonna tackle you right now. What the hell is going? Why are you talking so mean to me? Do you understand how strong I am? But it's I'll just say this. I just look at it you live and you learn, right? You realize everybody's life is what it is. It's different. I realized that my mom went through a lot of judgmental years. My mother, she went through a lot of judgmental years through her family, who was, I've got 2 or 3 pastors in my family on her side, 2 or 3 first ladies, right? We have a mega church.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? So I can imagine what judgment, even though in the Bible, it's a few dudes that was in there with they was doing their thing. Mm-hmm. But I know a lot of church folks look past that part. So I always give more kudos to the women of that situation because they're the ones that's really in control. Mm-hmm. My dad can say what he wants. My dad can whatever, but if my mom doesn't go for it, then we don't have it. If my mom doesn't have the patience to let my father be who he is, then I don't experience this. So I always give my mom more credit than what other outside people give my dad. Dang, your dad it was my mom. My mom allowed him to be himself, which helped me have 3 different types of motherly figures. And all 3 of them are completely different, but they help shape what I expect from the women that I want in my life. So,
but that's beautiful because then you can find somebody that allows you as a woman who's strong enough to let other women be in your life. Now, obviously, Puerto Rican women are excluded; they would never do that. But
nope.
Otherwise, that's a pretty. If the world thought of that as we worked as a community when you're raising children, anything like that. Look how much different they turn out when they just see love and not all that disdain.
The one thing I tell. Sometimes I talk about it on stage. Sometimes I try not to make polygamy my brand on stage because it's just one of those things.
It's not who you are; it's just part of what you do.
This is who I am. It's not a phase or nothing like that. Yeah. But the first thing men tell me after a show, they shake my hand, man, you were so funny, man. And they pull me close and they say, hey man, can you talk to my gal about can you
I'm trying to get her sister over there. And besides that though.
And the first thing I tell them, I say, I don't have to talk to her, I gotta talk to you. Mm-hmm. Because
that's right.
The fact that you even think that it got all I gotta change your mind.
There you go. Mm-hmm.
I gotta help you unlearn, because men, regardless how women want to look at it, men were raised to be players.
That's true.
When you raise a son, I got 2 daughters and 1 son. I was raised. I have a sister. I'm an older brother. When we were raised, my sister, all the little girls in the neighborhood, you hear older men say, don't let no little boy do this. You better not be liking no little boys. You did this and that. And these girls are 12, 13. You don't need on no date. You ain't going on no date. But a little boy at the age of 8, 9. I remember being 8, 9 years old and my uncle saying, hey, how many girlfriends you got?
Exactly.
How many little girls you got? And in my head, I'm like, girls are gross. Ew. Right? Ugh, cuties. Right? But I'm getting this pressure from men that I admire telling me, not only should you have girls liking you, it need to be multiples, and you need to tell me how many right now. Otherwise, you're not a man. So that's that pressure. My Uncle David, shout out to Uncle David. My Uncle David used to drop me and my boys off at the mall back in those days, right? 13 years old at the mall. All right, cool. Hey, so whoever get the most numbers by the time y'all ready to come back home, y'all get a ride home. Everybody else gotta stay. And I'm like, what? So we in the mall. We supposed to be here eating and enjoying friendship. We over here harassing women. Give me your number, please. I don't care if you like me. I'm trying to make it back home.
Oh my God.
By the way, if you watch the bottom of the screen, we have Uncle Dave's babysitting service at the bottom.
Uncle Dave.
When all said and done, so.
Shout out to Uncle David, my favorite uncle. But it's like that. It's that type of pressure.
It is though.
So I have to teach you. I'm not the Martin Luther King of polygamy, right? But I still at least can help you and say, look, I gotta unlearn the things that you've been taught since you were a child. This ain't got nothing to do with you playing nobody. You ain't no pimp. In a way, the women kind of run things. You just are the face of the relationship because you're the man. You're the quarterback, right? But these are the linemen. These are the wide receivers. I'm an ex-football player, so you're going to hear a lot of football metaphors.
Well, hold on, though. You said something a couple years ago. Me and you were talking about it when I first met you, and you were with, we won't say the names on camera, but your two ladies, King's mom, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, and you said something about, you can't teach old dogs new tricks, but that isn't true. So for years, I've had many failed situations because of that. I have many friends in the lifestyle. I host events. I do stuff for people in that.
Yeah,
and I learn about it. So, well, I have my moments. But you did say something about it. It was really about, it's an important factor for all people across the board. If you take care of somebody, or you make them a priority or feel important, you can move around with anybody. And it's not just about sex or things like that, but it's about, even with your friends, if they feel comfortable with you or where you are in it, you can feel as free as you can with somebody because you're being honest and they feel like they can trust that whatever you're doing is for their best interest.
From my experience, and I'm obviously no doctor or nothing like that, but I feel like, you know how I say men are from Mars, women are from Venus? That phrase is like that's like the key of how opposite we are. So as a man, as you're dating a woman, you have to think how you think the opposite. So in the beginning, women give you, when they like you, in the beginning, women give you all their trust. Stop me when I'm lying.
No, that's
so check me out. Women give you all their trust in the beginning, and it's up to you to fuck that up.
Yep.
Mess this up.
And we will, inevitably. Fuck that straight up.
Men give women our trust in spoonfuls. Like, I don't know because I've been done wrong in the 3rd grade. This girl told me I was her best friend. It's like, so because of that.
But do you think it's because of that, or do you think it's because we don't even trust ourselves 100%
we can go into that.
Oh, okay.
But my whole thing, the point of me even bringing that up is because if a man knew that, like the most a woman is ever going to trust me ever in our relationship tenure is the beginning, that is the most opportune time to be as honest, as open as you can.
That's true.
So it's like, hey, this is the lifestyle I want to live. This is what I want. This is what the future that I see. And if you be as blatant as you can, like a salesman, you're gonna hear no a lot. But when you're doing commission only sales,
keep dialing that phone, boy.
Hey, it's a numbers game, right? The more people you pitch this to that you actually have connections with, that one yes is gonna make you forget about all the no's.
This is why I hired a lot of people from India to make a lot of phone calls for me throughout the week.
I'm sorry, this is too deep. I know this is like a funny, entertaining.
I know.
Podcast.
No, we're going off on a tangent.
I'm really diving into too much.
No, but this is important. So if we take away the comedy aspect of it for even a second, young men out there, listen to what Mr. Mosley's saying. He's just barely turned 30. You don't want to wait till you're 68 like me and pushing to the edge of the grave and finding this stuff out. Like, take these notes.
That's the best time to be honest about what you want. And now, if a woman decides, okay, cool, I'll roll with it. It might not. Here's the thing. That might just be how she feel in the moment. You have the right to change your mind. I've experienced this where a woman has changed, like she's gone a certain amount of time, and she's like, you know what? I tried this out, but in my old age, in the future, I can't see me doing it. Okay, fine. But you have to realize this isn't you have to first make this, I ain't gonna say make this. You have to first accept this is who you are. You wouldn't tell a gay person to stop being gay. Not in 2024, maybe in 20...
Depends. If you're like a truck stop bad hey man, I just came here for the food.
I'm just saying, if a woman dated a bisexual man and he felt feelings for a dude, she wouldn't say, I thought you loved me so much that you would stop feeling for dude. This is who he is. So if that's really in your heart, if you really know, dang, I really have a lot of love or affection to give to multiple women, that's who you are. You have to be willing to lose people that aren't willing to stick around for that.
He's on the roll, so I don't want to stop. But I just was going to ask real quick. I haven't. It's been all day, and I'm overweight. Is it cool if I just step off camera while they talk and just grab something to eat real quick? I'm starving.
You didn't even have to say anything. You could have just went. You like fucking.
Believe me, Burke has already choked me out one time today, and I had no pants on. I'm not doing that twice.
Yeah. Oh, he was seriously about to go get something. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But we can move on. I'm sorry.
No.
Apologies,
Thank you. No, we could sit and talk for hours, but I find it extremely fascinating. I'm gonna tell you what. It's very fascinating. I have nothing against that lifestyle. I love the show Sister Wives and all that stuff.
Okay.
I just don't think that, I mean, as of right now, maybe I haven't met the right person. That being said,
Angie, can I tell you this?
you sold me. Do you have room for another? Is what I'm saying. You sold me. I have room for another. All right.
So look, I don't want you to overthink it, Angie. Think of it like anything else in your life. College, driving a Ferrari, owning versus renting, anal. If it's not for you, it's not for you. If it's not for you, it's not for you. Sometimes you do meet a dude that makes you break the rules. I realize women are rule breakers if they like you.
Yes.
But you have to understand, for polygamy, that's not the best way to go about that. Because what you're doing is you're putting too much pressure on the success of the relationship.
Yeah.
So now you're thinking, okay, I'll do it for you.
Right.
But it's like, you don't want to do that. Because now if it doesn't work, now you never want to do it again.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
tried that, been there, done that, all that type of stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I was serious. You sold me. I don't know. You made it sound pretty. I don't know. I'm like, hey, if you got room for another, you let me know. Might be into all that. Okay. But, okay, so yesterday we were chatting.
Yeah.
And I loved hearing your story about your hustle. I mean, you are a hustler to the bone. And you were telling me your experiences with all the different jobs that you've had. The things you had to jog 3 o'clock in the morning, 50 miles uphill in the snow with the backpack full of, this and that. And you were telling me all these crazy stories. And you told me a really fascinating story about some plants that you had worked at.
Oh, my God. You want me to tell that one?
Yeah.
All right. I'm trying to make this as short as possible. When I first moved out...
No, it won't. If you've ever heard Chris Mosley tell a story. Oh, so you had all kinds of jobs, is what you were asking.
Yeah, and yesterday you were telling me a fascinating story about one of the jobs that you had. And I would like for you to tell that story for the bigger family. Because I want them to know about like the hustle, the grind that you've been through to be where you are today, that made you the man you are today.
Okay. I didn't plan on doing this, but all right, fine. So what I told them was that over my lifetime, I realized I've had 67 jobs. As a comedian, as an entertainer, and for all my entertainers, you just take a certain job that fits your entertainment schedule. I need a job that I can just get here and then get out of here, right? When I first moved to Arizona, it was, I think, 2017, 2018 or whatever. One of the worst jobs I've ever had in my life. Top 2 worst jobs, and it ain't number 2. You understand what I'm saying? I worked at a plant that specialized in gas station burritos. That's all it did. They made gas station burritos for all the gas. I will never look at a gas station burrito the same for the rest of my life. First of all, my first day of training, there's a young white dude that's showing me around. He says, his first sentence to me is, "Hey bro, you're probably not gonna last here, but if you last throughout the day, I'll add $2 to your pay." And I'm like, what kind of fucking job? We're just making gas station burritos. It's not a big deal. The process to making gas station burritos, you know how you see those people that stand outside of Planned Parenthood to stop you from abortion? And they're out there with if I could do that in front of every gas station to stop you from having a burrito, I would do it. I feel like I need to save the world. This company out here in Arizona, I'm not gonna say their name, and I'm gonna tell you why in a minute. They make the gas station burritos for every gas station in the country. You understand what I'm saying? The process is There's a rusty, dusty pipe, and the truck delivers all the beans, all the ingredients for it in one bag. There's a bunch of Mexicans, not being stereotypical, I'm just telling you who works there. A bunch of Mexicans on top of a roof, no shade, no water, no nothing, 100 degrees of heat. And they take the bags and they dump them down a big dusty pipe. At the bottom of the pipe, that's where we're at. The beans come down into this big pool of water, heated water, or not even heat, it's just water in the gravy or whatever stuff they mix. And as the pipe is getting put down with a bunch of beans, the pipes are dirty. Dirt is coming off of the pipes into the water to where I'm in training and I'm like, hey, so what about that dirt that's coming into the beans? And the trainer says, oh, that's cool, the heater take care of that. The heater cancel that out. I'm like, oh, okay, heat. All right, cool, that makes sense. Here's the thing, when it comes into the pool of the beans and stuff, there's Mexicans, not being stereotypical, I'm just telling you who works there. I'm the only black dude there. There's Mexicans mixing the beans and the gravy and all that stuff with sticks or their hands or whatever is around. They're just like, yeah, no gloves. They're sneezing and coughing on their hands, mixing this shit with no gloves. I say, hey man, what about the germs from the Mexicans, from anybody that's got germs, coughing on their hand? Oh man, it's cool, the heater take care of it. Okay, cool. After that, you take a shovel that's been sitting on the floor, where we're wearing steel-toe boots, and you take the shovel and you shovel the beans and all this stuff into wheelbarrows. Shovel beans, wheelbarrows. I say, hey, what about the dirt from the floor of the shovel or the wheelbarrows? The trainer, swear to God, says, it's cool, bro. The heat'll take care of it. I'm like, oh, okay, cool, the heat.
This is all burrito?
Swear to God. So then you take the wheelbarrow and you walk down a hallway and you make a left. You have to take a heavy wheelbarrow. That's about 50, 60, 75-pound wheelbarrow of beans. Melted down beans, gravy, all that stuff. You go down a hallway, make a left, make a right, go down a little ramp, and you drop it off, and you have to flip the wheelbarrow onto a platform. Now, as you flip a wheelbarrow, 75 pounds of beans, does it all land on the platform? No, some gets on the floor, some gets on your shoe. There's a supervisor that makes sure that you scoop it up off the floor, off the bottom of your shoe, and you put it on the platform. I said, hey, yo, I'm wearing steel-toe boots that I've been walking around this dirty floor. What do I do? Oh, it's cool, bro. The heat will take care of it. I'm like, oh, okay. You put on the platform, there's a assembly line of Mexican women, not being racist. I'm just telling you who works there. And then there's an assembly line of Mexican women waiting for the platform. They press the button, the platform lifts up, dumps the beans into this machine, and out of this little machine, and there's like a belt that just goes down and it releases a certain little portion of beans, and Quick Trip on the left, and whatever, Circle K on the right, and whatever other gas stations. And they got their little tortillas, and all they do is grab it, put it on, wrap it up, put the package on there, keep sending them down. Grab it, put it, roll it up, put the package on there, send it on down.
Wait, did they ever heat it up to kill the germs?
Here's the part. Where the fuck is the heat? There is no heat. It's at the... So I said, hey, wait. Hey, where's the heat at? And he was like, oh, no, I'm saying the heat of, like, the box, like, when it's all packaged up and we put it in the truck. 'Cause that's why we have to have these plants in Arizona. Because the Arizona sun will burn up all the germs. I'm like, man, you don't suck my dick. Get out of here. So, what?
Hold on. Look me in my eye for a second.
Yeah. This is what we make.
Oh my God, gross. Leave it to you to fucking eat that shit, you scumbag.
You've got Mexican bacteria in your mouth right now.
It's not his first time.
My bad, human bacteria, whatever. I probably helped make this. Like, this is exactly what they do. It looks, oh my, you actually ate that shit?
Put it in your mouth.
Every time I go to the gas station and I see someone buy anything like this, I want to smack it out of their hand. Like, please don't buy this. But the only reason why I'm not putting the company's name out there is because the supervisors would threaten these Mexican workers so much. Obviously, some of these people are not, I guess, legal or whatever. I don't care. Come over here and get it how you live. Because I'm not doing that shit, right? Somebody, that's what I love. Mexicans work harder. Y'all don't know if y'all got batteries in y'all ass or not, but y'all are the hardest working motherfuckers ever. Don't eat this shit.
What?
We're not eating this shit, dog. You're killing yourselves. But the only reason why I'm not putting the company on blast is because I don't want it to get shut down. And all these people that clearly came over here, they would treat them like dirt. They would yell at them, scream out, "I'm gonna send you back home. I'm the only black dude there, and I'm 3 feet taller than everybody at this job." And I only lasted there about 3 weeks. I couldn't do it. One time, I'll tell you how I got fired. I'm moving the barrel of beans down the ramp, and I lost my footing, and I slipped, and all the beans and the mixture fell out on the floor. The owner of this company walked past me and said, "You gonna pick that up and put it back?" I said, "You want me to pick this up and put it back?" Yeah, you better hurry up. I said, "Hey, bro, you're not gonna talk to me like I'm crazy." "Well, you're done." He fires me because I'm talking back and forth with him. I said, "Well, how fired am I? Like, am I fired like you want me to leave right here?" "Yeah, after you pick these beans up, you can go." I said, "After you can pick?" And if you black and you want after, man, I kicked them up. I had all my steel toe. I kicked the shit out all the beans. I spit in the beans and I walked out. Here's the kicker. As I'm walking out, I turn around, they're putting the beans that I just kicked and spit on back in the barrel and putting them in that package.
Hey, but guess what?
Hey,
The heat will kill it.
Come on.
And on that note, we ran out of time.
Brought to you by Harris Waltz campaign, by the way.
What?
Nothing.
Anyways,
I'm sorry.
I can't even vote. You don't even know who that is. Never mind.
whatever. That's
Look,
your own
that was a
fault.
bit lengthy, but I don't give a damn.
No, we appreciate that.
Fuck
public
that
service
job, bro.
announcement. Now, do me a favor, though. Let's eat that.
It's out here in
burrito.
Phoenix.
Yeah, that's bad.
That is
that's
pretty
bad.
rough.
That's super bad. I feel bad for all those people. Like, for
Don't
sure,
eat
for sure.
gas station
Yeah.
burritos.
Moral of the story.
Quick Trip, Circle K, what's some other gas stations? Phillips 66, they supply all of them across the country. You were killing yourself slow.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've been alive for almost 3 centuries, and I still eat gas station burritos. Don't listen to what they tell you.
Please
Yeah,
don't.
but
Actually, you know
everyone's seen
what?
how you turn out. So.
Keep our friends from south of the border employed.
So, yeah, cheers to that.
Eat gas station burritos.
Oh my God, so
Anyway.
nasty.
Okay,
It's like
so-
a political debate.
Okay, shut up. So anyways, we ran out of time. We fooled around because we have to go and get to Eric Bernal's show. We're running late.
I talk too much, my bad.
Wait, no, that's all right.
Hey,
Yeah,
my words is long.
yeah, like I said, we could sit and talk to you for hours and hours and hours. We definitely be back. We're gonna do, for sure. But please tell people where they can find you on social media.
Oh yeah, no problem. Chris Mosley, M as in Mary, O S as in Sam, Ley. Just type it into Google, baby. I got the Google. Look, all my techies know. Like, all you gotta do is pay Google to just type in Chris Mosley and I'll pop up. I'm literally the most attractive Chris Mosley on earth. I check every fucking day.
Yes, I love it.
There was one dude that was a little close and he just died. So it doesn't
You're
count.
back in the
I'm
game.
back in the
Yeah,
game.
baby.
They had nice smooth skin. He lived in another country. He was cool, but he died. I don't give a fuck how he died. I just know he's gone.
Exactly.
I'm the sexiest alive Chris Mosley on planet Earth. So it doesn't matter. Just Google Chris Mosley, click the sexiest person on there, and that's probably gonna be me. Facts.
All right, and then you can find all of his shows, where he's at. You've got a YouTube. He's got hysterical skits out there. There's a lot of comedy stuff. His stand-up skits.
I drop a new sketch on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok every day. I got this sketch series called Relationship, where it's
So
basically
funny.
from the guy's perspective of a toxic girlfriend. I drop a new one every day. We're going to Eric Bernal's
Yes,
comedy show?
We are.
Should we shout out to our fellow brother Dracy for the Backyard Boogie coming up in Phoenix? You think?
Yeah, why not?
Tracy.
Depending on when this episode is dropping.
No, the Backyard Boogie is September 14th.
Yeah.
Daisy Dukes and Boots, right?
Yeah. Daisy Dukes and cowboy boots. I'm about to get a whole cowboy outfit for my boy Dracy Harper's party, aka R&B reuniting and building is his brand. This is actually like my brother, so I know all his shit.
Yeah.
So he throws a backyard show called the Backyard Boogie. It's number 5, I believe. Super dope. If you in the Phoenix area, if you in Vegas or LA, you want to come in town for this party. This party, he's had this party
Tracy
in
throws
mansions.
some of the best parties, man.
Some of the best parties.
ever.
Think about P. Diddy's party without all the weird shit.
How do they find it? Do they look, is he has the Instagram or how do they?
I don't know if he's the sexiest Dracy Harper ever, but you can just
He's
YouTube.
the third sexiest Tracy.
Yeah. You can Facebook Dracy Harper, just like how it sounds. You'll find his page. Reuniting and building on TikTok or YouTube, if I'm not mistaken. He not paying me to shout him out, but that's my boy. That's my
he's
boy.
a good dude.
Hey, find him. This party's gonna be worth it. It's dope as hell. That's my brother. You'll see me there. I'm about to be in a cowboy outfit minus the hat.
I'll say you better not be wearing a hat on
Fuck that. Unless
No, he's got the Daisy Dukes because I know I cut mine up, man.
I might buy a cowboy hat and cut the top and then just have
I
this
do that
part
with all
up.
my hats.
Oh,
I do that with all my hats.
Got it, yeah.
Okay.
I like
I love it. I'm serious. You got room for a third or however many you got? I'm ready.
No, I'm the only.
We were meant to be.
I'm the only token white person there.
Anyway, shut up.
Yeah, don't
Okay,
take,
guys,
you can't take my spot.
we ran out of time. I'm sorry, but we gotta go see Eric Bernal, comedian Eric Bernal, at his new open mic show.
Monday nights.
Monday nights.
I might go on
Almost
stage
famous.
tonight. I'm feeling good.
Yeah. So we're gonna go do that. Chris Mosley, thank you so much for being here. I'm so happy to have met you. So happy to have had you here, and I think it's the beginning of a really great new friendship.
Yeah.
Looking forward to seeing you in what? Maybe
Hey,
about
shut
6
up.
months or
Shut
so?
up.
6 months.
Shut up. Let her talk. It's her show. Fuck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All
I
right.
kill both these fuckers running out this.
Thanks, guys, and with that, we are out. Mwah.
God bless.
Bye.
Nice. Did I do good? Did I do good, really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Is that okay?
Big hair, don't care. Whoa, buddy, I'm just trying to build no old money, but they can never steal my heart or my soul from me. But you can stare. Lights, action, camera. Whatever the order, I handle the showtime. When it's go time, I'ma stand in the middle of the room with a bow tie, and I won't shy from the stamina. Hi, I'm Angela. Oh my.